Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show, where music, community, and the arts amplify real voices. I'm your host, Deborah Coco, a lifelong music lover, educator, and advocate for the youth. Just Give Me the Mic TV highlights creativity, growth, and culture to inspire change through conversation. Here we share positive stories, powerful lessons, and voices from all walks of life, because every experience matters. Now let's get into it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Good, good. Hold on. Let me see if I can do something with these
Let
lights.
me
Hang
turn
on.
my sound off. Okay.
Um, Let me see. Lights be looking crazy. I feel like I'm in the dark.
Yes, it does.
Maybe,
Can you hear me
maybe
clearly?
let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you really well. Hold on. Maybe if I
Okay,
do
good.
this, let me see something. Um,
There you go. Oh, a little bit.
gotta
Still a little
move this one.
shade.
I'm in a hotel room. I'm in a hotel room, so I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
see. Is that better? That's a little better, right? It's better than it
Yes, it
was.
is. I can see you clearly.
Yeah, that's
How
good.
you been?
Oh, I'm blessed. I just was telling my friend, I can't complain because if I did, nobody would listen anyway.
That's how you feel sometimes, right? I get it. I
Yeah,
definitely get it. Do you remember me?
I be wanting that look, I be wanting the beef. I really be wanting the beef, but ain't nobody gonna listen to me beef, especially me. Because I'm
Oh
so
no.
controversial. I'm too controversial for them.
You're the outspoken one I saw in the interview. Like, you tell it how it is.
Well,
Is that
I
that's
always
what
say
you
this.
know for?
Well, this is what I say. This is the way I would say it. Stetsasonic is PG.
Yes.
Daddy O is rated
Okay.
R.
Okay.
So it's
It's a
different.
big
It's different.
difference.
It's what I. Yeah, I look. I just got through writing a record the other night called "Nigger It Out" or "Figure It Out."
Ooh, right.
Nigger it out or figure it out. Look, we either gonna be Malcolm X or Bumpy Johnson. You want
One
to
or the
figure it
other.
out? We can sit down. We can have that conversation. But boy, if you want to go there, we could go there. Stet is a little nicer. You know what I'm saying? Stetsasonic is a little nicer than that. I'm
But
not.
I like
I'm not.
that though.
Yeah, yeah.
You either fall in either or category, right?
Exactly. Like what the
I
hell?
get it.
Like, come on, man. So
I would
yeah,
have loved to have y'all come to the studio, but I understand y'all are traveling, y'all are moving around.
yeah. We
So
are. I'm in Boston. Wise is in DC. I think Bobby's home now, so Bobby should be back in New York by now, and Delight should be
okay.
back in New York. And then Paul's in Atlanta, but I don't know if he's available. Like he be so busy sometimes. It'd be crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that you really are promoting the new Cypher Part
Yes.
One, that track.
Absolutely.
And we're
Yep.
going to
Yep.
talk a little bit about the unsung, like
Oh,
after
good.
unsung, right?
Good.
Post
Good. Good.
unsung.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this will be actually aired on the television networks on Optimum and Spectrum and FiOS
Oh,
and
great.
MNN.
Awesome.
So I put it on YouTube as well, but my
Right.
main network is actually the local television type stuff that we have here in New
Yeah.
York.
I was just talking to who was I talking to? Can't remember. I talk to so many people. I'm always talking. Um, but I was just telling somebody like, our audience, a lot of people don't realize that our audience, when I say I mean they're still watching TV. And
Yes.
I don't think people give enough credence to that.
Hmm.
That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I
I mean,
think
I agree. You have a lot of people don't access the internet or don't even have cable for that matter, you know?
yeah. And I mean, I think that well, I think it's different, right? Like, so when you're starting to talk about like that 45, 47 plus,
Hmm.
I do think that they access the internet, but I think they have a different relationship with it than like somebody below that age
Right, right,
because they're
right.
not digital natives, right? So they
No.
didn't grow up on it. They grew up with house phones and
Yes.
pay phones, right? So they grew up with that. So Um, and you know what? I'm not the person, although I would love to get some money to be a brand ambassador for YouTube or Spotify or whatever, but I'm not the person to tell somebody to change the way they flow.
Right,
Like
right.
if that's the way they get down, then that's just the way they get down.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people
And
are definitely more comfortable like that.
yeah, and there's I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, because that's what young people do, right? Young people,
Hmm.
if they on their TikTok or whatever, they comfortable.
Yes, yes.
You know what I
Sign
mean?
of the times and what you used
Yeah,
to, you know?
yeah.
Definitely. So
So,
I guess we have to wait for the
well,
rest of the group.
I know Darlene told everybody 8 o'clock. I was
Okay.
rushing, I was rushing everybody off the phone. I was just on the phone with my friend. I mean, I don't know how long he's had this store. He's probably had this store, a record store in Minneapolis for like over 30 years.
Wow.
Urban Lights. And I signed the band to Odad Truth to my label that he represents. And me and him talk music all the time. And we were just on the phone talking about we was talking about the Marsha Ambrosius album, which is a
Phenomenal, right?
masterpiece, like
Yes. Yeah.
stupid, like dumb. But then he
Yes.
was also talking about this new Snoop record that Dre is making, right? And he
Uh-huh.
was telling me that Snoop said Corday is his ghostwriter. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's gonna be so crazy. Because that little
What?
boy Corday is a writer. That little nigga could write. So even if you think about a Dr. Dre Corday record, that would be ridiculous. So
Yes.
Corday ghostwriting for Snoop. Oh,
What?
this is gonna be
Yeah.
like
Oh,
this is
this is
gonna be
gonna be a
dumb.
masterpiece coming out then.
Yeah, it's gonna be dumb.
Yes.
It's gonna be real
Highly
dumb.
anticipated. Now you brought that to my attention, and I know to stay on the alert for that.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Cause I when I heard this Marsha Ambrosius record, I was floored.
I
I
loved
was
her from the
floored.
very first
Yeah.
debut album. And then
Yeah. I
I
mean,
got to,
she's
I
dope.
had to, huh? You
She's
didn't
dope.
know?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I said she's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to see her at BB King's actually a couple of years back after she was solo. I
Okay.
and Yeah, I was blown away by her range, just her energy, her aura, like her new music. I think she just had went solo,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh my goodness. I became an instant fan of hers. Like I always loved like is getting laid and things like that. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
her
yeah,
main
yeah.
records from the first release. But boy,
Yeah,
I
she
was
was.
sorry that they broke up though. I did like that duo together.
Yeah, Flow Tree was dope. I think Flow Tree was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I think Flow Tree is real dope. I'm asking them where they at.
Yeah, I had watched the kind of unsung story on them, and it's just sad, you know, what happens sometimes in groups enter the industry. And, you know, I guess
Yes,
everybody evolves and change, and either you stay together or you separate, you have different musical ideas as time goes. There's so many elements that go into
it's
a group.
hard. It's hard. I mean, it's not impossible, but
Hmm.
it's definitely a task to be in a,
Yes.
like, for
Yes.
to have a whole bunch of people, because what happens is, a group can easily start off with a leader, easy.
Hmm.
And in the
Hmm.
very beginning, no harm, no foul. Everybody's fine with it. But as time goes along and people begin to get their little grizzly and begin to get their little props and begin to get their little, shine, then it turns into something different.
Right.
I heard,
Right.
I heard, I heard Griff say something about Public Enemy that I thought was like the weirdest thing. And I love Griff. But he says, man, Chuck should have let me be the leader of the group. It would have been a group for the people. I'm like, what did he
So what do
just
you
say?
mean? Yeah,
Like,
what do you mean?
what are
Like
you
it
talking
was a
about?
group for the
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Like, we all love like, come on. Like, what are you talking about? But again, that's after everything transpired. That's after
Right.
popularity. That's after the light. That's after the shine. And after the light and after the shine, then people start talking. You know what I mean? So why
Right.
I said
Right.
he's still trying to join in. Bobby
Oh, he
said he's
is? Oh,
on
oh,
that.
I see him. I'm sorry. I forgot I turned my volume down because I'm using my
Right.
phone and the computer, and I don't have my volume up here,
Okay.
so I missed that. I didn't want to have that echo in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No doubt, no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, I'm glad he texted you because I would have been here talking and talking and didn't even look back.
Right.
You know,
Wise, where you at? I see you in here.
we see you wise, but yeah,
And Bobby said he's coming on now.
okay.
And we've been hitting the light all day. I don't know where
So
he
I actually had some friends. I have like a pool of friends, right? And I explained to them, I said, I'm going to have an interview tonight with the group.
is.
So I asked them to also send me some questions. So my questions are not just based on me. I wanted to
That's
have it a
good.
little bit.
There he is,
So,
Lito. Big
Yeah,
Lito in the house. What up,
what's up?
hi,
Lito?
Lito. How are you?
What's up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you, brother.
Okay,
we can hear
cool,
you
cool.
fine. Thank you both. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Bobby
You
said
know,
he coming. Bobby said he coming. So
okay,
once Bobby come, we can start. And then when we
okay.
get the light come in, because the light hold it.
Oh my goodness. And it's so nice because I got to like actually vibe with y'all behind the scenes. If y'all
Right,
realize I'm the girl that I was doing interviews for Ralph for Video Music Box one time and I
right.
caught y'all, got the interviews,
Yes.
and then I've been in the dressing room and just seeing y'all just hanging out, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
getting
I was
ready for
on a
that tour.
podcast. I was on a podcast with Ralph like 3 nights ago.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, it was a good look. It was a good look. We had a lot of good conversation. I'm not viral, but like I got a little piece floating around the internet right now, like with Ralph on it, because I was saying to people, like, y'all met me through Ralph. Like, y'all ain't meet me through Vlad. Y'all
Right.
met me through Ralph, and y'all met me through Ralph rapping. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, knock it off. Like, I
Was
I don't
that
know.
when you was rapping, when they met you through Ralph, was you like doing a solo thing or was it with the
No,
group?
I'm talking about Stetsasonic. Like, you know
That's
what I
the
mean? Like,
Sonic
not
period,
only
right?
not only Ralph McDaniels playing everything from the first Stetsasonic video, which most people don't realize that the first Stet video was Africa.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Ralph
Yeah,
was
yeah.
playing that, but then Ralph would go on to make videos on us. He made the
Yes.
Susie video, he made Self-Destruction. So you know what I
Oh,
mean?
wow.
Like, so you know, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird, but I'm happy that we all still alive and healthy, right?
Yes.
And that there's still time to tell the story the right way. That's all I'll
Yes.
say. Because I think that
Yes.
sometimes people get a little confused about the way things actually happen. Like
Mhm.
I think the chronology sometimes is weird. Like they don't realize what happened. Like
Yeah,
how
because you have so
important
many
certain
different
people went, like
versions
how
flowing.
important a Ralph McDaniels is not to Daddy-O and Stetsasonic, but how important a Ralph McDaniels is to like
To the
nobody on
culture.
the East Coast would have knew about All in the Same Gang if it wasn't for Ralph.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel that
Nobody
he's
in the East Coast would
definitely
have known about NWA if it wasn't for Ralph.
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Right. Right. He's a pivotal piece to the culture as a whole, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
he is.
anybody
He
that can
is.
make you run home after school where your mother may not have even had to get a babysitter to
Before,
walk you home.
Yeah. Yeah,
listen,
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
I was
before
running
Yo
home.
MTV Raps, and
Yes.
before the box, whatever that thing was called, the box that rocks, right?
Yes.
And
Right.
before what's the thing BT had? Whatever that thing was.
It's not the basement.
Whatever that thing was.
Oh, you
Ralph
talking about with
Ralph
Free and
predates,
AJ
yeah,
and
but I'm
them. Yeah.
saying Ralph predates all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Most
the first
definitely.
guy that you ran home for
Yeah.
and dropped your backpack. Sometimes if it was winter, you ain't even take your coat off. That's real.
Right. Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
flicking the channels and
it's
you don't want
true.
to miss
Yeah, look
nothing,
at
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, what an honor I felt it was for me growing up, being that little girl running home, right? And then to have the honor to work with him. Like I actually did a segment called 16 Bars for 4 years for him. He
Right.
would come, we would go to the neighborhoods, I would invite special guests. He wouldn't know who was showing up. But I had
Wow.
Drez, Cheeks, just all
Wow.
these different people. He was surprised every show.
Wow.
And
Wow.
people that didn't have that access to him,
Mhm.
everybody, and then it's like people fell in love all over with
Yeah.
Video Music Box and
Yeah.
whoever
Yeah.
else the special guest was at that time. And we did that for 4 years, you know.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was a
That's
lot of
dope.
fun.
That's dope. Yeah, he actually just previewed the Cypher video Saturday, I think. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bobby saw it. He said, "Man, it look real good on TV, man."
Yeah. Y'all
Yo, I
all
got a
over now,
remix.
you
Yo,
know.
I got a remix coming to that cipher, man. Oh my God.
And you have the part two, right? It's gonna be a part two
And
to
we got
it.
a part 2 coming with a lot of dope MCs on it. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, like I mean, I don't know if we could say this when you start recording, but I can say it now because you know, before you do thing, we really on some fuck y'all rappers, man. We really are.
But y'all in a position where y'all have a right to say that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Some
but you
people
know
be
what
saying that
though?
and they
But you
be
know
like
what though?
so out of pocket with it.
We always made these conceptual records. Sally, Susie, Faye,
Yes.
and all that jazz. So we always made these conceptual records that didn't really say that. They were more, you know, lack of a better terminology, they were more universal concepts. We
Right.
never really went at rappers like that. Some
Oh,
once
so
in a
that's
blue
how you doing
moon.
it now.
Like, yeah, even if you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about like even if you think about the third album, we did Heaven Help the MFs, we did you know, we still made all these conceptual records. The Ghetto is a World, you know, all of
Right.
those kind of records. We made those records, and I still love them because we got a record on this album that message in our music go hard. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we still do that, but we never really pinpointed like, you know what? I really could eat your food if you want. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you want to go there, we could go there. And what I love about Cypher, so the way the whole Cypher thing went down was Bobby always
No,
calls.
no,
Bobby
no.
always
You gotta
calls me
save that for
and
the
says this one
show.
thing. Okay, all right. I'll
You're
save
right.
it for you.
No, wait, no.
All right, all right.
Hi, Bobby.
I'll save it.
What's up now?
I
I'm in
can't
the middle.
see everybody because I'm actually on my phone. Don't ask me about my situation. It's a little
Hey, don't
crazy.
worry
Okay.
about it.
But
Don't worry
I
about it.
will edit the show. I will add my intro, my outro, and I will also add your cipher video at the end. I will premiere it at the end of the show. Okay, so in the
Okay.
beginning, I mentioned to Daddy-O that I have like a little pool, my little secret pool of people, right? And I tell them when I have a special guest coming on, like, what would you want to know? Because I have my own perception, but I like to make it, combine it with people that actually watch the show, the audience. So I do have some special questions. Some of them may seem like, some of them are kind of generic because, my audience is not only online, this is also for television too, so I'm going to be asking some generic for some people that haven't been able to keep up with,
Right.
the latest things or don't know the actual beginning. So forgive me for that portion, but I must go there for, to entertain everyone, to make it kind of universal and to provide as much knowledge as possible. Okay. So I'm going to get started because I don't want to hold y'all hostage all evening. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
because I'm in the middle of a live show right now.
oh, you on a live show?
Yeah, I'm on my radio show.
Oh my God, thank you for popping in. So let me get started. Okay, everybody, my name is Deborah Coco, and welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show. I have a special treat for you tonight. I have the legendary rap band, okay, the first original legendary rap band, Stetsasonic, members of Stetsasonic joining me today, and I'm so happy to have them come because I've been watching the group. I know some members of the group. I've been able to be backstage and to see them intimately get ready for shows. And I'm happy to just sit down and talk to them and bring some information to you about what is going on with some of the latest and a little bit of history on how Stetsasonic actually got together. So tonight we have Daddy-O on the set, we have Wise, and we have Bobby Simmons. And I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm so happy to have the chance to talk to y'all. And, good evening, everybody. How y'all feeling?
Hey,
Thank you. How you doing?
We
Thanks for
glad to
having
be
us.
here. Glad to be here.
Happy to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy for you. I think y'all been having a phenomenal run right now. Like, I see you on so many flyers. You had the great unsung story come out about y'all. To salute and congratulations on your unsung, because that was a great show. I learned a lot. You always think when you see people, you know their story, you know a lot, but you learn so much from unsung. You get interviews, you get to hear from other people who are also around, describing how y'all was and the difference and the impact that your group made at that time and still making. So, and you also have new music coming out. So we got a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about. But one thing I wanted to set it off and talk about is that even though the music that you did, it entertained us, it got us rocking, dances and challenges, your music was so socially conscious. And I love how y'all was able to incorporate that along with live music, bands, different elements that people weren't really used to at that time. So how important was it for you, being young artists, right, coming out and addressing social issues through your music, and what impact was you expecting to have at that time?
I think for us, it was what we were living, right? So, we grew up, most of us, I mean, at least the three guys on this call, we grew up in Brooklyn, we grew up in, Brownsville, East New York. So we saw things going on, and, music always became this sort of platform for us, right? To be able to talk about everything. And the light always had a motto, for, if you want to call it, for Stetsasonic, that we would make music for the mind, body, and soul. Right. So we would make music for like these three purposes. We would do these kind of mental records, we would do these kind of feel-good records, and we would do, the soul was the feel-good records, and then we would do these body records, which is really kind of, making things danceable and, all of those particular things. And so for us, I could just go back to one instance. I talk about this a little bit. years ago, Wise Delight and myself were walking down the street. And we saw, you know how they have those flyers where you pull off the number,
Yes.
right? And there was a flyer that said "Rock Against Racism."
Oh.
And we pulled it off because it was a concert that was going to be had in the Central Park Band Shell.
Oh,
And we
okay.
pulled it off. We called them up. We went back. We wrote a song called "Rock Against Racism," and we were like, we wasn't the headliner on that act, but I would say that we probably was the biggest act on that bill. And this is way before we made records, because we made a record called "Rock Against Racism" and had the whole Central Park singing "Rock Against Racism." Right.
Wow.
And that was just from us seeing a flyer. Right. We knew really early that we could use our platform to kind of move the needle. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, in terms of the expectation, I don't think as rappers, you always expect your stuff to hit.
Right.
As rappers, it's not like, you're not going to make something and think, oh, nobody's going to listen. Like you, as a rapper, you're making it thinking, people are going to hit. But I think a lot of that was just life. I mean, Bobby grew up in Brownsville, Wise grew up in Eastern New York, I grew up in Eastern New York. This is life to us. You know what I mean? And if anything, we want to see our people, you know what I'm saying, elevate to the degree that we can. We can't do everything. We can't pay your way through college.
But we can help, we can try to fill your mind with some positive things, conscious things to help you keep going. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So the group actually got together because you won a rap contest. Is that how it got started? That's how the magic all began?
Yep. Yo, Wise, speak to that, man.
It was, as a matter of fact, prior to that rap contest, because I had met Daddy-O and Delight. I was the next member to join the group. So I met Daddy-O and Delight through a mutual friend and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He brought me over to Daddy-O's house. This is when I was doing the beatbox and stuff. So Daddy-O hooked up a microphone and stuff like that. And when the guys heard me and stuff, Delight was like, "We got something here."
The beatbox. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And from there, you know what I'm saying? We started, like circulating all around the New York area and stuff like that, going to different clubs, showing our faces and stuff like that, trying to, getting on the mic, rocking the mic and stuff, and, certain spots and stuff like that, up until, we hit the rap contest. When it was time for a rap contest, it was like 86 groups. We came in first place.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, we came in first, second, and third place.
Oh wow!
No, that's real. That's the truth.
Wow! All three top spots. Okay.
Yeah, because all the those, it was 3 labels that wanted us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Hill was the first label and stuff. But we didn't sign with them. We waited, I guess, like about a year and a half later, and we signed to Tommy Boy because Sugar Hill gave us, a really jacked up contract and stuff.
It was bad.
Wow. And a lot of people that were coming out at that time, it's good that I think I saw somewhere that y'all went to a lawyer, you had it looked over, and y'all was like, no go on that contract. Yeah. And y'all was lucky enough to have that and not just sign, not really understanding and end up for years being in a bad contract trying to get out of it,
Yeah.
So Bobby, with the drums now, where's he at? Where's Bobby Simmons? Okay, there you go, Bobby. Now talk to us about the incorporating, how important it was to incorporate the drums, and you play another instrument as well, correct?
Yeah, but the drums came in. Well, me and Daddy-O, we of course we all grew up together, like I said, in Brownsville. I used to rehearse with them at Unity Plaza Center back in the days too as well. So we knew each other. I think when the drums came about, Delight actually had that idea of live drums being on one of the songs, which was one of the biggest songs. Sonic's first album was Go Stetsa. And one of the ideas that me and Daddy always talked about, we always wanted to copy our heroes. And our heroes were Earth, Wind, and Fire, Blue Bird, Brass Construction, Mandrill. Name all the bands that was out in the 70s and 80s. we literally wanted to incorporate ourselves in what they do, but in a hip hop way. And that's why I always explain to people the difference. Everybody always want to claim the title hip hop band, we was hip hop band. The difference between us and everybody else claiming to be a hip hop band is that we were a stripped down version of the bands that they wanted to be. I always make this joke, but I'm not making a joke no more. People like Nucleus and all these other rap acts, they wanted to be Prince and the Revolution, man. That's what they wanted to be. Everybody wanted to be Midnight Star, and we didn't want to be that. We wanted to be what we looked like. And we looked like cats from Brownsville. We wore our plumas, we wore our jeans, we wore, we wanted to look like what we sound like. So we stripped down what we had. And Daddy-O said, yo, I said, yo, Daddy-O, I caught up with him because I was the DJ at the Latin Quarters. I said, yo, Daddy-O, man, yo, we should get a night at the Latin Quarters, man, and do this whole thing live. And D said, yo, bet, so let's do it. So that night finally came. And that night came, he said, yo, but how are we going to do it? I said, well, there's a stage at the bottom, which is a big stage if you was at the Latin Quarters. There's a big stage at the bottom, but on the top, you had like a small stage that can only fit like maybe the DJ and the 3 MCs. Okay. And that was the first time we actually did that as a live act, as a live band. DBC and Prince Paul was on the bottom too as well with me. And we did that, and the guys was on the top. The 3 MCs, 4 MCs was on the top. And that night we blew them away, and me and Daddy was like, yo, this is what we're gonna keep doing it. So we all connected. We were all friends and we grew up together, but it all connected from that night at the Latin Quarters.
That's beautiful. That's a great story. Like, how do you think like Stetsasonic, because music it's like a part of the evolution process, right? It keeps changing, keeps flowing, the style, the rhythm, the dance, everything. How does Stetsasonic evolve with these changes? Like, how has it changed your music from, what are some of the big differences that you notice from how you put your music together when you first started to like today to keep up with all the changes in music? What are some of the elements that you added?
I don't know if there's that much change.
Okay.
One of the things I speak about all the time is we have always maybe pride's a bad word sometimes, but we've always prided ourselves in being musicians, right? So yes, we rappers, yes, we human beatbox, yes, we drummers, yes, we DJs, yes, we all those things that hip hop brings, right? But we've always prided ourselves in being musicians. I'll go back to something that Bobby said. We grew up on brass construction. We grew up on mandrill. We grew up on Earth, Wind, and Fire. We grew up on New Birth. We grew up on all of these bands that had this, people don't realize how funky some of that stuff we grew up on is.
That
stuff is incredibly, I was listening to some of it today. Bobby, you got to get this playlist I just made. I'm blown away. Like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, yo, this is stupid. Like, this is dumb. Like, this doesn't make sense. But this is the way we would be in the studio.
Okay.
So we wanted to make those records in the studio. Like, honestly, if you listen, Go Stetsa don't make no, when I say don't make no sense, I mean, like, it's so good that it don't make no damn sense. And that's what we always wanted to do. We always want, even when Wise, and he still does a little bit, but he raps more now. Even when Wise is doing beatbox records, we wasn't trying to make the average beatbox record.
Right.
So if you listen to Stet Troop, you hear something totally different than you hear from Dougie, from Buffy, from any beatbox you've ever heard. You understand?
That is true.
Because the concept was this musicianship. So fast forward, like, so for instance, making this Here We Go Again album, it's all checks and balances. If I'm off, Wise is like, yo, D, I like what you're doing, but you could, you understand what I'm trying to say? If Wise is off, Bobby might be like, yo, Wise, do 20 bars and not 16. You understand?
Right.
If Bobby's doing something, the light might be like, yo, Bobby, add a little bit more symbol. You understand what
I
I'm
like
trying to say?
I
And
like that.
and then Prince Paul is always the the grand wizard, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a chin check thing that I think
Right. I like that.
I went to the Motown Museum a couple of years ago, and it amazed me
Uh-huh.
how much, and I'm not trying to be blasphemous at all, please, but it amazed me how similar we were. It
Okay, right.
amazed me.
Right.
I'm
Yes, I
looking
can
at
see the
them and I'm saying,
connection.
man, they made all this stuff in this one room. But I'm saying, yo, we made everything in Calliope that way. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it was the
Yes.
same kind of camaraderie of, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't work. Let's make this work. We still have a few unreleased things that are fly as hell.
Wow, I could imagine. I could imagine.
We've got we still got a few unreleased things that are just so good. We did one. Wise gave me the idea. So and he blessed me with the idea and it worked out. On the new album, Wise was like, yo, we don't have no beatbox, man. Let's put people in the neighborhood on the album. And we did. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That was one of the unreleased joints. But we always, the whole issue is musicians always progress.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so that's the concept, right? The concept is like, we know we have to move forward because we feel like musicians. And I don't care if we rapping, we still feel like musicians.
Right. It seems like such a seamless effort for the group. I see a lot of artists that it's kind of difficult for them to keep up with the trends and things like that. But you're right. If you are a true musician, right, artist at heart, like you can do that like nothing. Like you can sound totally different. Your style could switch up. You could go back and forth. It's nothing to you because music is in you. And from the documentary, I seen that y'all have been to Africa. You've met Mandela, you met Prince, you've met so many people that have touched and impact our culture as a whole. Hip hop has done so much for Stetsasonic, and you have done so much for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's like you give love and you got it back, right?
Yeah.
So your fans all over the world showing you love. I think I saw Wise, you said in an interview, or it could have been Delight, that you get so involved in your music that you don't even realize until you go out and you do shows the impact and how much people really, really love you as a group. Like, how was that first for y'all when you first realized, like, wow, we are really onto something big? Like, we are really touching people. People are really loving what we are doing. Like, how did that feel?
Well, because of the fact that didn't you do a Sally dance chant challenge? Didn't you do a
Years
Sally
later,
dance
how many
challenge?
years later? How many years for the Sally dance? How many years for Sally? Period.
Say that again.
How many
many
years
years
has it
for
been
Sally?
since you released that song?
Oh,
88, right?
Oh. Huh?
88?
Yeah.
88.
Yeah, that was in 1988.
Yeah,
Right.
88. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So many years and people are
Yep.
still booking Stetsasonic like y'all just coming out. And I think that's a testament to real music. You know what I mean? I've been with you, Atlantic City, here, there. Y'all travel. You just came back from someplace, right? Did you just come back from a show?
No, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but I'm just saying the
Yeah.
run is phenomenal. So, like I said, I have some questions for some people. Let me see
Okay.
if I can pick a good one. Okay, Stetsasonic has been active in the music industry for many years. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced as a group, and how have you overcome them?
I think the largest challenge is, weirdly enough, it goes right into what we're talking about. So the largest challenge for me, and the guys can speak to this, largest challenge for me is being a musician in hip hop. Because I think that what's happened, and this has always been the deal with that, what's happened is that guys kind of put themselves in this little rap box. They kind of put themselves in this little rap hip hop box, right? And that's cool. No problem, whatever. But that's not our manifesto. It's always going to be a little more for us. We're always going to want to play more. We're always going to make more. We're always gonna want to say more. Like I've always seen that since the beginning, since the On Fire Day, since the Rock Against Racism, so all of that. So I think for me, and like I said, the guys can speak to what they feel is a challenge. The challenge for me is not fitting in the box.
Right.
Because we don't fit in that box. You know what I mean? Like often we'll do, no disrespect, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, please. We'll do the old school rap shows, but my whole life, I've always felt we were more than that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
the thing is too is that I understand what you're saying about what's the biggest challenge. But for me, I don't see it as a challenge. I enjoy every flaw that we've had, whether it's with Tommy Boy or whether it's with group members, and we going through some kind of struggle with each other, because I get to tell people my journey with Stetsasonic. My story sounds better than anybody else's story in hip hop, because it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey. You know what I'm saying? So we're that group that people love to try to forget, but somehow we come back in people's minds again. Like, yo, I forgot that day. It's like even with this new album now, like people are really like, yo, because at some point it's like they almost faded, but then we do something again. It's like, there they go again. It's like, so
here we are, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm
we
enjoying
keep coming back just like that Eyewitness News van, yo.
Right.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong. That's how I gotta
that's
sum it up.
important.
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel about it. I love the journey, even to the fact that we're working on the next album now. I'm loving the journey of how we getting ready to start this new album. I love every minute of it, man. Because the chapter continues now. You saw the unsung, but now you're going to want to hear the next chapter with the new albums. How we going into this, and how we pull people in. People like Smooth the Hustler pulled up for us. How a girl like Marlon Reigns pulled up for us. So the story continues. So I'm enjoying the journey.
I just love hearing all the positive things from people, because, sometimes people are your friends. We don't really get to have that real talk. But that episode was such a beautiful experience. It was for me, but I could imagine for y'all, hearing people say these great things about y'all. So again, to salute to Stetsasonic for that, and being highlighted and getting the recognition, from your peers as well on how they felt about you. I know there's probably so many other people that wanted to be a part of it, but I was just so happy.
They see what we doing, they scared. I was like,
right. I was just so happy for y'all as a group. Like, oh my God, this is so beautiful to get your flowers. And Wise, what do you think? What is your opinion on, like, the group, the things that when you reflect, the things that, the challenge or whatever that you may have overcame, being part of a large group? Because we know just from various stories, I just want to throw that in there. A lot of times being in a groups don't last, right? For whatever reason, behind the scenes, whether it's management, so many different reasons. We heard stories from various artists, right? And y'all managed to stay together through it all. So I wanted to hear your opinion on that as well.
With us, you know what I'm saying? Like every family, you know what I'm saying? We have our ups and downs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes you family.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? We have our differences and stuff, but in the long run, when it's said and done, we still come together, like that family. I mean, the love was always there, and that's what helps us overcome, any of the challenges and stuff,
Right.
But we know where we want to go musically and stuff like that. We know how we want to create and stuff, what we don't want, what we want and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're one big happy family and stuff, I love these guys and whatnot. We've known each other for like, over 40 years and stuff. That's a pretty long time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's actually the longest friendship that I've ever had in my entire life.
Me too.
Right.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I just wanted to bring that up, because I think it's a very important piece to see everyone together. Even sometimes you go to shows, you got one member, You know, the other ones are still around, but they're not showing up for whatever reason. And I think the loyalty that y'all have for each other is great because we see it all the time. And I just wanted to highlight that part. You're not going to get along all the time. That's normal. I don't like my brothers, but that's normal for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's a normal thing. But I'm saying y'all still kept it together, you know?
Yeah, but Coco,
And that's the most important thing.
Coco.
So my next question is,
can you hear me?
how do you stay? How?
Oh, Bobby wanted to say
Can you hear me?
Oh, say it again, Bobby. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying Coco, you know, but the thing is that, like Wise said, we one big family. And actually they're right. This is the longest friendship we had. But doing your show right now, you done started something. So Wise, where that $20 I loan you, man? Where that $20?
Hey up, Wise.
Where that $20?
Yo, pass my bag.
Yeah.
Right, pay it up,
Yo,
Wise.
I already sent the Cash App, man. It's,
Okay, all right.
Look,
Go ahead,
Bobby's
Coco.
not right. Well, just give me the mic. Bobby is getting paid back that $20. That's right, Bobby.
Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Coco.
Right, I hooked you up, Bobby, for real. Okay, so how do you stay inspired and motivated to create new music after all the years in the industry? And are there any particular sources of inspiration that drive your creativity?
I'll start. One thing I will say is that's mad easy.
Good.
Like it's
Good.
mad easy to stay inspired. Let me tell you. So we doing the unsung, right? I take my studio everywhere I go.
You do?
Everywhere I go, I take my studio everywhere I go. So, you know, I don't live in New York, neither does Wise, right? So I take my studio. We got to shoot unsung for 2 days. I've set up in my hotel room. You know, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You know, Wise finds these little margaritas at this corner store that's nice. You know what I mean? They nice. He's like, yo, D, I found these margaritas, man. And I'm gonna bring one to your room. He brings one to my room. I'm like, yo, these joints is nice. It's like, yo, you want to cut something?
Is it the one in the can?
Yeah. He's like, yo, you want to cut something?
I know what you're talking about, right?
He was like, yo, I got a beat. So he brings me a beat. I put the beat on. We make Handled. It's not hard though. It's not hard though, because the energy is, who do you think we was? Like, who do you really think we was? Like, do you really think, no disrespect, I think we did an incredible job, me and Wise, on self-destruction. I think we did a job.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on part 2, but we'll talk about that.
I think me and Wise did an incredible job with Faye.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then there's other records where you hear Wise rapping, whether it's Heaven Help the MFs or DVC Let the Music Play or whatever. I think we've done good things, but now we in the middle of shooting unsung. It's 2020. What is it? 23, Bobby?
Yeah, it was 23.
2023. And me and Wise are like, who do you think we are? You think we some old grandfather sitting around that can't spank your brain? For real?
Right. Right, Daddy.
So we're going to show you how we reinvent ourselves like Chris Jericho. That's what we're going to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's what we did. So it's not hard. Like that part about staying inspired, especially when you're a rapper. Now, granted, there are some people that claim to be rappers that, no disrespect, I'm trying to be nice here, but they really not. Because my whole thing is, and me and Wise thing right now is this, and Wise, you could back me up on this. If you can't spit fire now, then who are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Because my thing is, I love the old daddy-o. I really do. I will fucking smoke his boots right now. And Wise will tell you the same thing about himself.
Right. That's growth, right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Bro, and Bobby ain't never lost skills. Like, yo, we do sound checks and people just sit around and watch Bobby play for 20 minutes.
I love it. I love it.
Ain't nobody
Go ahead.
gonna be, the concept is that ain't nobody trying to get worse, yo.
Right.
You understand what I'm
That's
trying
not
to say?
the
So that's
plan.
all I'm trying to say. And like I said, the guys speak to it, but being inspired nowadays, it's the same as a Miles Davis, a Jimi Hendrix, a Prince, God bless the dead, all those guys. We moving forward with this art.
And that's
I'm
exactly what
talking
I
to
was going
true
to say.
musicians right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that's the right path. I stay inspired, and throughout the entire album that we was doing, Here We Go Again, all I do pretty much really 7 days a week is I do what, because with DJs, so I do what DJs done back in the days. I go through my crater joints, whatever felt good. It still feels good today. I don't pass up my Earth, Wind, and Fire records. I don't pass up my New Birth records. I don't pass up my Meters records. I play them and go, yo, what was the energy like? I had a talk with real quick. I had a talk with Leon Silvers. Leon Silvers is actually one of the members of the Silvers. He produced the Whispers and Charlemagne. And he told me, the reason why everybody likes the Diggy Doc record that Dr. Dre produced for DOC.
Okay.
He said, because the energy that I put into that record, Mr. Meter. He said, so they match the energy back. And that's where I got the idea when me and Daddy was talking on the phone, when he had someone do a remix on Cypher. I said, it's all good. The energy is already big.
Yes.
Just match it. And that's what I learned from Leon Silvers. So I try to match whatever song I'm listening to that will inspire me to bring something to the table for the new Stetsasonic album. And that's how we came up with everything. Here We Go Again, Cypher.
Let's talk about Here We Go Again. Let's talk about that, because is that released already, or is it soon to be released?
No, the album is available now for everybody. Please get the album Here We Go Again. It's available on every platform. Or you can go to Stetsasonic.com or Bandcamp, pick up that album. It's
please get it. I'll be rocking to it. Darlene sent it to me. I was like, this is hot. Love it. Love it. And we love the whole song soundtrack on that. But I wanted to also mention, I know you actually work with other entertainers. So give us a rundown of some of the other people that you help produce music for.
Start, Daddy-O.
It's a ton of them. Bobby working with me on a lot of these artists, like on the pop, like not really pop side, because I don't really do pop, but I do alternative rock. Bobby worked with me on the with the B-52s. He worked with me with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We did a thing with Sonic Youth. We did something with Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. Of course, Mary J. Blige. Bobby produced records on Shabba Ranks. So I mean, we've kind of made our run. We've got, what I'm saying, we work multi-genres. The only thing we haven't done is country, which don't hold your breath, because we made
right. I was about to say,
especially since I heard the Shabuzi record. The Shabuzi record
I wouldn't
crazy.
be surprised.
The Shabuzi crazy. But we worked, we worked a lot. I produced Top Billin'. So we work with quite a few hip hop artists, Queen Latifah, Grand Puba, Paz K. You know what I mean? So we work with quite a few hip hop artists throughout the time, and other artists and other genres as well.
Okay. So on your upcoming releases, are you collaborating with other artists, or this is just a new release for Stetsasonic?
Well, it's definitely a new release for Stetsasonic, but we put a phone call out to special family members. Me and Daddy, or actually not just me and Daddy, but we all talked about this. And we was like, we don't want to, because we watch everybody else drop their album. And everybody that drops their album, they got 15 songs on the album, all 15 songs are features. Why do you do that? You know what I'm saying? So we made sure that we didn't go that route. If we was going to do a feature, we was going to pick special family people to do features with. And those family members are our Brooklyn people, which is Smooth the Hustler, and Rusty Jukes. And then our
Okay.
BX girl, who's a little Puerto Rican Brooklynite, jumped in, Mala Raines. So we called special people
Right.
that get the assignment. Now, if you asking, did we reach out to other people to work with us? Yeah, there was a few people we reached out to, but they gave us the long story. Yeah, bet, let's do that, and it didn't happen.
Schedule
But it worked,
stories. Schedule
right?
stories.
Exactly right. But it worked out perfect because having Rusty Jukes, what? Having Smooth the
Yeah.
Hustler is what?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Having
Yes.
Marlon
I agree
Raines
with
is what?
What?
yes.
So
Yes.
the assignment worked out just fine for us. And plus, you get to listen to the rest of the album and you hear Stetsasonic. So we made sure we stayed away from that. Also, Lilo Thomas too, who actually did the vocals on the
Oh,
title track. Here we
okay.
go again. Yeah, yeah, he did the
Okay.
vocals on. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know I jumped around a little bit when we talked about the unsung, but how do you feel now? It's been released, you received feedback. How are you feeling about the segment that was ran for you?
Go ahead, Wise.
It was, I enjoyed it and stuff. I when I viewed it and stuff. I mean, there was stuff that that they didn't put in there, but you know what I'm saying, they edited everything pretty good and stuff. I enjoyed it. I think they did a really good job. I thought
Okay.
that all the other people, Roxanne, Shantae, Ice-T,
Right.
and what I'm saying, Chuck D and all of them, they did their thing on there too and stuff. I
Yes.
definitely appreciate all of them. All of them.
Very
Now,
Straight.
now,
good.
They did a
now,
good
ain't
job.
that beautiful? Ain't that
So
Yes.
beautiful?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
beautiful that
feel
you
just,
see.
I would say if I had one word, I would say I feel justified because I feel like one thing I did love about the unsung is um the girl Fatima that produced it. We spoke to her prior to shooting, and then we spoke to her during the edit process, and we just wanted it to be as raw as it could be.
Right.
Because a lot of times you see documentaries or mini documentaries on people, and they have too much polish,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Too
and we
much
didn't
fluff.
want, yeah, we didn't want fluff, we didn't want polish, we wanted, and I thought that and then there was some things that happened that I didn't expect that I thought was very dope. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because we were
Which was
not in the
what?
room. Like what? So we were not in the room with each other when we were doing the interviews.
Right.
Yeah, I kind
So
of
so
thought
so
that.
my
Okay.
favorite part of the unsung, my favorite part is when Wise says, I felt like we was experimental to Tommy Boy. I thought that was incredible. Like that was so incredible to me because it was like you know how they say what's that detergent they used to say, a little dab of do ya, it's concentrated, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was
Right.
a small statement with a lot of depth. There
Yes,
was
yes,
so
yes.
much depth to that. If you know anything about that day, that time, that stuff, the us getting the deal through the contest and all of that, and for him to
Right.
actually express that, I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And then the other part was seeing Questlove do the Africa lyrics.
Yeah, that was nice. That
That
was
was
so
crazy.
nice.
Like I thought that
Yes.
was bananas. Like I thought it was dope. And then the
That
Ice
was
T
so
part was
nice.
crazy too. You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
a
The Ice
great
T part
show.
was
I
crazy
mean,
because there's so much other stuff about
mm-hmm.
Ice T. Like Ice T, listen, I'm a ruffian. Like I told you early before we started, I said, Stetsasonic
Yeah.
PG, Daddy was R-rated. I had guns on tour. Ice T hid my guns for me. None of that
Okay.
is in the documentary. We talked about it, but we ain't, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But I'm just
no.
saying, like, you know what I'm saying? So to see our peers come out, and then honestly, the thing that probably, because there are some teary parts. So the thing
Yeah.
that probably brought the tears to my eyes was Shantae.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
could
You know what I'm
imagine.
saying? When
Yeah.
Shani talks about us, because Shani talks about us like the way Shani, even when we do
It was beautiful.
interviews with
Yeah.
her, Shani talks about us like we can't do no wrong.
That's good. That's
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying? When
That
Shani
kind of
talks
love
about
is
Stetsasonic,
priceless, you know?
we can't do no wrong. And
Uh-huh.
it's a beautiful thing. It's a
That
beautiful.
is definitely priceless.
Yeah.
So Wise, going back to your statement that you made, can you elaborate a little bit on that for us?
What, in reference to Tommy Boy and
Mm-hmm.
I felt, this is how I felt, right? Stetsasonic, we're a hip hop band.
Right.
We're a rap band, and I don't understand how Tommy Boy don't know how to market that. But meanwhile, all the other acts coming after us, you know what I'm saying? You know how to market this person, De La
Right.
Soul and Naughty by Nature and Queen Latifah, and and this and that. But with Stetsasonic, because of that title, hip hop band.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't see the vision until every other group started coming out using bands.
Wow. So they was
You know what I'm
late on.
saying? Yeah, exactly. But by then, they done messed, they missed the train on us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They missed the train and stuff,
Yeah, because timing is everything, when it comes to that.
Yeah,
It is really
Very
everything.
true.
yeah.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we was always
Especially with
ahead of
this industry.
we was always ahead of our time, and we doing it again. We're ahead of our time again now because Daddy-O's been screaming, "Yo, our peers need to do new music," and everybody kept saying, "Nah, man, we too old. These young kids don't want to hear from us." But
So I
now
take
look what's
credit
happening.
for the new LL. I take credit for the new Rakim. I take credit for the new Greg Nice, whoever else is making records.
Right.
I'll be waiting for my thank yous.
Right. Put your stamp on it, Daddy.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
that stamp
Because
on
no,
it. Right.
the bottom line is this. I learned from these guys, right? And so there's not a member in my band that I didn't learn incredibly valuable lessons from, right? But the one thing that they've taught me more than anything else is how to be the best daddy-o. Okay? Right. When push comes to shove, they not yes men, they no men. No D, the shit don't work. No D, you should change it. No D, whatever. And then I was saying, you told me to save it for the interview. The way Cypher came along was Bobby has a line. It happens so often, every 2-3 months it'll happen. It's 2.5, 3 months. So I'm waiting for one in a minute. Because it's gonna come. He calls me and he goes, "You trust me, right, D?" That's the line. It's no hello. No, I'm telling you, my word to my mother in heaven. It's no hello, it's nothing. He goes, "You trust me, right, D?" And then he'll say, "I'm about to send you something."
Oh, nice.
He goes, "You trust me, right, D?" And he sends me Cypher with Marlon Reigns on it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like,
Bobby.
"Yo, Bobby, who the hell is that?"
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay." And then I played it for Wise, and Wise was like, "Oh, that's what we doing, D?" All right.
Love it.
That's what we doing. I'm telling you, I love that whole record, but my favorite lyrics on that record is Wise says lyrics are free and rhymes made bail. So it's best that I spit more bars than a jail cell. That's ridiculous.
Right. And then you showed the bars.
No, that's ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. I'm like, okay, I see where you going with it, bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? But I'm saying but that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys keep me, there's, back in the day, they talk about, I think the light's trying to join.
I think he should be in.
But the way they describe it back in the day, they keep me honest.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And so I'm always learning from them how to be a better daddy-o. You know what I'm saying? And that, to me, that's very, very important because I know I'm not done. You understand what I'm trying to say? And who wouldn't want their friends around for 40 years cheering them on? Who wouldn't want that?
Right. And who knows you better? Like, These are people that
Exactly.
know you.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And you know they're going to guide you and give you the right
They
advice
know
because
they
y'all
know me
family.
so good. They know me so good, right? Let me tell you what I used to do to them, right? We go, we on tour, right? You know what I'm saying? And we go in somebody's room, you know what I'm saying? I go right in this bathroom, boom, and blow it up.
That's family. That is family without a doubt. Without a doubt. And but Daddy-O, is one thing that you said, right? You were saying, I watched something not too long ago, and you have mentioned that, when the West Coast rappers, and you started getting fond of rappers from other parts, of the country and states and things like that. And it kind of like grew your musical ear, right? Because it's
Right.
not only the musicians and stuff that you listen to growing up that inspired you in the beginning, right? You
Right.
also was able to grow, and which a lot of artists probably go through this process too. But I just like how you mentioned that. And with all these different things around us through music and other artists and other cultures, we have so much to be inspired about, right? When it
Right.
comes to that can be implemented into your music. But I like how you mentioned that, and you kind of gave homage to other people outside of, New York based that actually kind of help influence and help you to grow as an artist as well.
Well, what happened is me, and it's just personal, this is just a Daddy-O thing. I stopped listening to New York rap in the 90s. So I don't own a Big Pun record. I don't own a Big Pun record. I don't own a DMX record. I probably don't own any Mobb Deep records. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because what happened with me was when New York began to kind of promote the tough guy stuff, it bothered me a bit because I know New York from The Message, which is an incredible record, probably the best hip hop record still to this day made. And, My Adidas and like all of these incredible records that we were able to make that had nothing to do with tough guy stuff, but just had everything to do with just, the children's story, Slick Rick and Mona Lisa and all of these records, you know what I mean? Just being able to tell these stories and make these great compositions and all of that kind of stuff. And then I don't know where the influence came from. A lot of people say it came from NWA. I'm not really sure. But people began to start talking tough. And then when I'm starting to listen to like the Click and E40 and I'm listening to MC Bree, God bless the dead, from Flint, and I'm listening to Scarface, and I'm listening to Big Mike that's coming out of New Orleans. This is way before Mystical and Lil Wayne and all of them. And I'm hearing that stuff. And then I met these guys. That's the other thing. And when I met these guys, they told me how influential we were in their lives. Like Scarface sat me down and told me how, if you listen to My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, it's the beat from Picking Boogers. And that's all they was ever trying to. So CeeLo sat me down and told me, yo, my name used to be Little New York. I went all the way to Queens to the Coliseum and got a jacket made from the Shirt Kings and went back to Atlanta with New York on my back.
He did.
You know what I mean? So what happened was those guys, that's why those guys were able to be as successful as they was, because they were just trying to continue the legacy of their forefathers, which was us, which was Melly Mel and them, which was Special Ed, which was Slick Rick, which was Big Daddy Kane. And so that is what made me attracted to some of those guys, because I seen how much homage they paid to us. They saw us telling stories, so they told stories. You know what I mean? Like, if I choose you, that keep your heart, 3 Stacks, keep your heart. That's us. Even though it's dope, but that record that UGK and Outkast got that record, but that's us, right? That's what they saw. Jermaine's the same way. Jermaine will tell you that any day, because remember, Jermaine used to be with Houdini.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So Jermaine's the same way. And so I give that credence because I watched them take our legacy to a different level. And honestly, I don't know about Mobb Deep. I don't know about Nas. I don't know about all of them in that way. But if Stetsasonic walks in a room with the Goody Mob, yo, get bows. CeeLo bows.
Yes. I love
Scarface
all the groups you
bows.
mentioned, right?
40 bows. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's a different
Mhm.
kind of, it's a different, even it's almost a different kind of reverence that they give
Yes.
us than the New York
Oh,
90s
yes.
kind of cats. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
I love
Definitely.
that. That part I really, really love.
So the cipher, right? Where can we find the cipher?
All over the internet.
All over?
Yeah, so Cypher is available, Spotify, uh, Apple Music.
Hmm.
You know, if you got Tidal, because Tidal got a better Sonics. I don't know if people know this, but Tidal actually has real hi-fi.
Oh,
Tidal, Amazon Music. I always encourage people to go buy it at our Stetsasonic Bandcamp, which you could get through stetsasonic.com. But Cypher's all over the place. Ralph just played it on Video Music Box. We've been using, because we signed to Spit Slam, so as a distributor, so we've been using the Channel Zero YouTube channel
oh,
for
okay.
most of our videos. So that'll be, and actually we're gonna preview the remix on there as well, because that Cypher remix. I mean, I always loved Cypher. I always thought that everybody rhymed their heart out. But this
You do,
remix,
you do.
no.
Right.
But this remix, I'm telling you, I said this to you before the show started. Maybe you need to mute my words or whatever. But this remix really says "fuck you, rappers." It really does. Like,
Yes,
what
it
are y'all?
does. Yes, it does.
Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Right.
what are you saying right now? Like, I hear you rhyme, but what is the rhymes that's coming? Because I'm not getting it. You understand
Right.
what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Mala is spitting pure fire. Smoother Hustler, that's a smooth. Everybody's been calling me.
That's the
That's a
name of the
smooth
female in the beginning. What is her name?
Mala Range, yes.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, I like that.
That's a smooth the hustler that you haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
5'7", 5'8" be my crown heights. What? What? What?
Right.
That's a Lito Brigante that you never got. Why said some crazy shit like,
Right.
and then I treat, why did he say, and then I treat him like the opening act? What?
Hmm. Yeah,
What?
no. Y'all gotta check that out. Please go check
And
out the
and
site
and
for part
and
one.
and and and,
Yes,
and I think I did some really good stuff, but
you did.
that Kendrick Cole line I got in there is hard.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
yes. Y'all gotta check
Yeah,
it out, man. It's good
yeah.
music. Y'all gotta check out go to the website and make sure you log in. Delight is here, right? Where's he at?
I don't see him, but I know I'm still here.
Hi,
Oh, he was.
Bobby. And
you
I
know,
saw
but yeah,
Bobby in the drums in the cipher. He was doing his thing in the
yeah,
video. And
yeah,
Wise
but you know,
did his thing also in the video.
but I got a part two, Coco. I got a part on the
Oh,
record too. Anybody came off? I came off too. On the record,
yes.
I go, why don't you, Jimmy, respect? And like,
That I'm entitled to.
Yes, Bobby. Yes, Bobby. Yes. And Bobby, you still have a show. Your show comes on. Tell us a little bit about your show that you're actually on my
I'm
show
on
while your
now.
show
I'm
is
live.
on.
That's why I disappeared, but I'm live. iHeartRadio, Party 101.9. It's going to be a Stetsasonic weekend coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, all day Stetsasonic music. So, but everybody can just tune in to iHeartRadio and just go to 101.9.
Okay. Look,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, I continue to watch. If y'all start any more challenges, send the music to me. I'm your girl. I'll set it off, any more music challenges. And I'm just happy for y'all. And I'm proud to
Thank you.
know y'all. I'm honored to know y'all and to see y'all live and direct, to have those opportunities. I'm happy you're getting your flowers. And I'm just like, man, and you're enjoying what you do. That's the most important piece. It still brings you so
Because
much joy.
you know why, Coco? It's mad fun right now. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
mad
a
fun
fun
because
time.
we started. Listen, I tell people this all the time. I love rap, right? But one of the things that really, really made me love rap was Lil Rodney C. And I told Lil Rodney C, I said, I'm
My
you.
partner.
I told him, I said, I'm you. He said, no, Daddy-O, you don't sound nothing like me. I said, go back. 2 months later, he came back. He said, I see what you're saying. Because, I got the growl in my voice and everything, whatever. But Rodney C said something years ago. He said, um, 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 he said this line in this rhyme that made me really, really run. He said, another MC when he running down rhymes, but half the time he just running down mine. But that's okay, because I know someday I'll put him in check and take his rep away. And I said, I wanted that. And that's what Rodney. I'm doing right now. And that's what Wise is doing right now. I don't care what you're talking about. Come with your bars or go home.
Yes.
And we not, honestly, Wise been calling me for 3 weeks saying, yo, D, these rhymes I got for Cypher Part 2, man, I'm telling you, D, you better step it up, D.
Oh my God. Well, he giving you some heads up, right? Get ready.
He giving me a heads up.
Ready.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I got this one over here on that. Yo, you trust me, right?
You already know to brace yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's like, it's fun. We're doing it because it's like, I feel like regardless, we all have lives, we all have, family, all of that. I feel like you are, at some point in your life, you are blessed with some sort of gift.
Yes.
Some people are carpenters. Some people are welders. Some people are, I have a friend that's a mechanic, that's phenomenal mechanic. It's like he was born to be a mechanic. This is what he was born to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Just be good at it.
And we not stopping. Like right now, we on some real MC bullshit right now.
Good. We
and
need
Bobby
that.
on some real produce. Bobby on some real. I'm telling you, Bobby be on some bullshit when he be. You know what I'm saying? Because he won't let me know, but then he'll send me something, and I'll be thinking he got it from somewhere else, and I'm like, yo, who made that? I did, D.
You see him sitting there quietly, right? You see his face, right? He's sitting there.
Yeah,
like,
because I don't be knowing. He don't call me when he making it. He finishes it and go, you trust me, right?
Surprise, right? Exactly. Surprise. So self-destruction too. Are we getting that? Is that coming up?
Yeah, so I'm working on that now. So it's so funny how Stetsasonic plays into this. When I first started dealing with this idea for self-destruction too, didn't think about Stetsasonic at all. I'm being real honest, because I want young people to deal with it. And I got this whole idea for the young people to bleed their pain. Here come Delight with this fucking idea, message in our music, right? So we do the message in our music record, but then I'm on the phone with Bobby the other day, and just out of somewhere, it zaps me what we gonna do. And so I honestly believe that Stetsasonic is the beginning of the self-destruction movement. The message in our, because here's the deal, and I give you a little piece. Nobody's talking about anything. All right?
Right.
They running around. Oh, Project 2025. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Trump. Oh, Biden. Oh, boom. And but what happened? What we got? 11 dead and 100 shot in Chicago just now.
Crazy.
Crazy. Nobody's talking about nothing. And so we already did it on record. The record already talks. But what I want to do is just make the video match what it is. Because one thing that Stetsasonic has been able to do is bring issues to the forefront. No disrespect to anybody else, but we brought that apartheid issue right up front.
Right.
And even when you talk about self-destruction 1, we own more real estate on that record than anybody else. We on that record more than anybody else. The lights at the top. Me and Wise is in the middle, and Fuquan's at the end, right after Heavy D. So we even more on that record than any. We've always been able to bring these issues to the front, and me and Bobby have talked about it. And Delight set the mood for it, And if you listen to the lyrics or message, Delight is talking about what's going on with families and how fathers are not doing their part. I come on and talk about these 54-year-olds twerking on Instagram. And then Wise closes it up with how now somebody gets hurt and all you're doing is holding up your phone.
That's it.
You ain't even calling.
You ain't recording it to doing something, right?
You just going world star, but you ain't doing nothing. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what we want to do. So long answer to a short question. We've been working on the movement. I have been doing a lot of stuff. I got tracks from Pete Rock, Premier. I got a heat track from Premier. Easy Mo B Large Professor. I've got some great tracks for the Self-Destruction Project. But I think that I really think messaging our music could be the beginning of that, because we have been very, that's one thing I will give this band credit for. We have been very instrumental to bringing issues to the forefront, to bringing these, you know what I mean? And in a good way, because nobody was mad at Africa.
No.
Yeah. They wasn't mad, and we taught you about apartheid. People walk up to me right now and go, "Yo, I didn't even know it was a bunch of countries in Africa until you said it. I thought Africa was just one place."
That's how they talk, D? D, that's how they talk, D?
That's how I thought Africa was just one place.
Live and direct, y'all, right here. I'm getting it all. I'm loving this show tonight. I'm loving it. Okay. Oh my goodness. But I mean, any words do y'all want to say to the people that follow, support you? Like, we're going to end it on a positive, like, we all in this together type thing. Like, how y'all want to end it?
Real quick, I just want to say, man, thanks to everybody that's been supporting us. We're looking good with these numbers right now. Continue to please support us. Go to the Stetsasonic IG page, which is at the real Stetsasonic. That's the IG page. We also have a Stetsasonic fan page. I can go to that too as well. We have the Stetsasonic Facebook page. Go to that, or y'all can just follow each one of us. I'm on BSBVBK. Daddy-O's at Professor Daddy-O.
Wise is Wise _ Stetsasonic. Delight is Delight, man. 3000 Prince Paul is DJ Prince Paul. Just support us. I mean, that's all. All we want is the support of the people. But honestly, the support has been, and thank you, Coco. Like, the support has been pretty overwhelming. Like, it's a teary-eyed type of situation, because people fucking with us right now.
Yeah, man, big time. Big time. Yeah. They really are. Yeah. And like I said, I'm just loving it. I'm loving it for y'all. We do have to show, sometimes people don't like to show people love and gratitude, and people working hard out here to make a difference, to bring you good music and at their crafts. And we got to get used to that. We got to normalize that, Yeah. So I thank you all for joining me today.
Oh, no, we thank you.
And sharing your stories with me. I really, really enjoyed this show. Make sure you follow. We got that Cypher video part 1 coming up right after this. So make sure you stay tuned and check that out. Follow everyone on social media, y'all. Let's show love, right? Show love to get love. Show love. Thank you. Yeah, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Delight, I didn't even get a chance to hear from you. I see you there, but I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
He's there, but not there.
I hate to end the show and not even to get anything from you.
Oh, next time.
Hey, yo, Delight.
Right, I don't know what happened. He's here in spirit, y'all. He tried to join us.
Wait, what did he say? Say that again, Delight.
Say that again.
Yo, he said he couldn't make it.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to Delight. And
shout out to Delight.
Darlene,
shout out to Delight. Shout
out to her for making this possible, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the show, and stay tuned, because Just Give Me the Mic got so much more for you in 2024, y'all.
Yes.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coco.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Good night.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Deborah Coco of Just Give Me the Mic. And I have some important news to let y'all know, because on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. you can catch the show live and direct or City World Media. I'm so happy to come through with my friends and my team. We got good vibes, good music, and all that. But I need you to tune in and check it out. Make sure you go to www.cityworldmedia.com at 7 and see what Just Give Me the Mic is all about, y'all. I can't wait to meet you. See you soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, it's starting. Saturday wake up
They all
call.
pretty, looks like they shook off the work I've done. Let them stare, 'cause they gon' see me shining everywhere from the work I've done. Speak to the spectators, here they come. It's the ones that next to you playing you dumb. People who detest your business climb, 'cause they like to be bow wow, wasting your time. Closer than the rest.
This Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. EST, step into the global sound of the Raw Fusion Show. This Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. EST, step into the global sound of the Raw Fusion Show. This Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. EST, step.
You're tuned to that raw sound. Everybody let go. Hands up. Feel the bass, shake floors. When it blow, midweek, no sleep. We stay ready for the show. It's that raw fusion, yeah, you already know.
City World Media, we are the voices that move the culture. From my city to your world.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, follow. From my city to your world. We are City World.